but he know I got something on him. Candy was standing in the yard close to the steps when I came out on the Gary. She wore a white shirt and khaki pants and brown shoes with little gold buckles. Her hair was light brown and dark brown and cut short, almost short like a man's hair. "Come here, Snookum," she said. I jumped down on the ground where she was, and she grabbed me by the shoulders with both hands. She leaned over and brought her face close to mine, and her eyes, the color of blue smoke, looked wild and scared. And I was thinking I had done something wrong, and she was mad at me for it. "Now listen," she said. "I want you to run, and I don't want you to stop running. I want you to go tell Ruth and Reverend Jameson and Corrine and the rest of them to gather at Matthew's house right away. And I want you to go to the front, and I want you to—" "Listen to me good now," she said, squeezing my shoulders and hurting me a little bit. "Go up to the house and see if Miss Merrill's there. If she is, tell her I say come quick. No, if she's there, tell her to call Lou and tell Lou to get here quick. Then she get here quick. If she's not there, tell Janie to call her and Lou and tell them to get here quick. Don't waste time on that phone talking. Just get here quick. Don't do nothing but get here quick. You heard what I said, Snookum?" "What I'm telling all them people to get here quick for?" I asked her. "That's none of your business, Snookum. You're nothing but a little boy. Now get moving and don't stop running." I shot out of the yard. When I hit the road, I saw the tractor in front of Matthew's house. The motor was running. I could hear it. I could see the smoke, but Charlie wasn't on the tractor. He had 2 big loads of cane hitched to the back of the tractor, but he wasn't on the tractor. On the other side of the road, in front of Matthew's house, I could see Candy's big black car shining in the sun. I knowed Candy didn't tell me to tell Matthew anything, but looked to me like, since all them other people was gathering at his house, looked to me like he ought to know what was going on, too. So when I came up even with the house, I ran in the yard, and that's when I seen Bo. Bo was laying over there in the weeds, all bloody. "Get away from there, boy," Matthew hollered at me from the Gary. "I'm doing something for Candy," I said. "You ain't doing nothing for her there," he said. "Now get away from there." Matthew was squatting against the wall with that double-barrel shotgun in his arms. He had on that old gray hat that was the color of the ground. He had on a dirty white T-shirt and green pants. He was smoking a cigarette. Matthew was black, with a white beard. "Candy want everybody at your house," I told him. "If that's what she want, you better go on and do it," he said. "Now get away from there." I looked back at that tractor. The motor was still running. I looked back at Matthew squatting against the wall. "Where Charlie?" I said. "How come he ain't driving that tractor?" "That's none of your business," Matthew said. "Get out of this yard and get out fast. I'll come out there and tear your butt with a switch." Matthew started getting up, and I shot out of there, heading up to quarters, spanking my butt the way you spank your horse when you want him to run fast. Ruth was hoeing in the garden when I got to his house. The garden was behind the house, and you could always hear Ruth back there working and singing. When I told him what Candy had said, he looked at me a second like he was trying to figure out what Candy wanted him for. Then all of a sudden, he throwed the hoe down and started running. I yanked my horse around and shot out too, headed up to quarters. I figured this time of day, Corrine was in her kitchen eating, so I didn't bother to knock on the front door. I just ran through the house back in the kitchen. She was sitting at the table, eating greens and rice out of a pan, eating all by herself. She didn't have no children or husband. She was just by herself, eating and looking out of the back door. When I told her what Candy had said, she turned slowly to look at me.